From translation, NKJV New King James Version. This 78th day of the year. Today we are reading passages Judges 3-5. Judges chapter 3, verses 1-31. Now these are the nations which the Lord left to test Israel by them, that is, all who had not experienced any of the wars of Canaan. Only that the generations of the children of Israel might know war, to teach those who had not experienced it before. Thus they were left to test Israel by them, whether they would obey the commandments of the Lord, which he had commanded their fathers by the hand of Moses. And the children of Israel dwelt among the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. And they took their daughters to be their wives, and gave their own daughters to their sons, and they served their gods. So the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord. They forgot the Lord their God, and served the Baals and Asherahs. Therefore the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel, and he sold them into the hand of Cushan-Rishathaim king of Mesopotamia. And the children of Israel served Cushan-Rishathaim 8 years. When the children of Israel cried out to the Lord raised up a deliverer for the children of Israel, who delivered them. Ehud the son of Gera, the Benjamite, a left-handed man. By him the children of Israel sent tribute to Eglon king of Moab. Now Ehud made himself a dagger which had 2 edges, a cubit in length. And he bound it on his right thigh under his clothes. So he brought the tribute to Eglon king of Moab. Now Eglon was a very fat man. And when Ehud had finished presenting the tribute, he sent away the people who had carried the tribute. But he himself turned back from the stone images which were at Gilgal, and said, I have a secret message for you, O king. And he said, Keep silence, and all who attended him went out from him. Then Ehud came to him while he was sitting alone in his cool chamber. And Ehud said, I have a message from God for you. So he arose from his seat. Then Ehud reached with his left hand, took the dagger from his right thigh, and thrust it into Eglon's belly. The blade went in after the handle, and also the fat closed over the blade, for he did not draw the dagger out of his belly, and the dirt came out. Then Ehud went out through the porch and shut the doors of the upper room behind him and locked them. So he delayed the king's attendants, who returned and found the doors of the upper room locked. They said, He is only relieving himself in the cool chamber. Now they waited until they were ashamed, and behold, he was not opening the doors of the upper room. Therefore they took the key and opened them, and there their lord was, fallen dead on the floor. And Ehud escaped while they delayed, and he passed beyond the carved images and escaped to Seirah. It came to pass when he had arrived that he blew the trumpet in the mountains of Ephraim, and the children of Israel went down with him, and he led them before them. Then he said to them, Follow me, for the Lord has delivered your enemies, the Moabites, into your hand. So they went down after him, took the fords of the Jordan toward Moab, and did not allow anyone to cross over. And they killed at that time about 10,000 Moabites, all stout men of valor, not a man escaped. So Moab was subdued that day under the hand of Israel, and the land had rest 80 years. After the death of Ehud, the children of Israel again did evil in the sight of the Lord. So the Lord strengthened Eglon king of Moab against Israel, because they had done evil in the sight of the Lord. And he gathered to himself the people of Ammon and Amalek, and went and defeated Israel, and possessed the city of palms. So the children of Israel served him 18 years, all the days of Eglon king of Moab. Then the children of Israel cried out to the Lord, and the Lord raised up a deliverer for them, Shamgar the son of Anath, who saved Israel, who was the son of Anath. He also killed 600 men of the Philistines with an ox goad. And Israel was delivered, so the land had rest 40 years, until Ehud died. After the death of Shamgar, the son of Anath, in those days the children of Israel again did evil in the sight of the Lord. Judges chapter 4, verses 1-24. When Ehud was dead, the children of Israel again did evil in the sight of the Lord. So the Lord sold them into the hand of Jabin king of Canaan, who reigned in Hazor. The commander of his army was Sisera, who dwelt in Harosheth-Haggzim. And the children of Israel cried out to the Lord, for Jabin had 900 chariots of iron, and for 20 years he had harshly oppressed the children of Israel. Now Deborah, a prophetess, the wife of Lapidoth, was judging Israel at that time. And she would sit under the palm tree of Deborah between Ramah and Bethel in the mountains of Ephraim, and the children of Israel would come up to her for judgment. Then she sent and called Barak the son of Abinoam from Kedesh in Naphtali, and said to him, Has not the Lord God of Israel commanded, saying, Go and deploy troops at Mount Tabor? Take with you 10,000 men of the sons of Naphtali and the sons of Zebulun, and against you I will deploy Sisera, the commander of Jabin's army, with his chariots and his troops to the river Kishon. And I will deliver him into your hand. And Barak said to her, If you will go with me, then I will go, but if you will not go with me, I will not go. So she said, I will surely go with you. Nevertheless, there will be no glory for you in the journey you are taking, for the Lord will sell Sisera into the hand of a woman. Then Deborah arose and went with Barak to Kedesh, and Barak called Zebulun and Naphtali to Kedesh. He went up with 10,000 men under his command, and Deborah the prophetess went up with him. Now Heber the Kenite, of the children of Hobab the father-in-law of Moses, had separated himself from the Kenites and pitched his tent as far away as the terebinth tree in Zarnaim, which is beside Kedesh. And they reported to Sisera that Barak the son of Abinoam had gone up to Mount Tabor. So Sisera gathered together all his chariots, 900 chariots of iron, and all the people who were with him, from Harosheth Haggim to the river Kishon. Then Deborah said to Barak, Up, for this is the day in which the Lord has delivered Sisera into your hand. Has not the Lord gone out before you? So Barak went down from Mount Tabor with 10,000 men following him. And the Lord routed Sisera, and all his chariots, and all his army with the edge of the sword before Barak. And Sisera alighted from his chariot, and fled away on foot. But Barak pursued the chariots and the army to Harosheth Haggim, and all the army of Sisera fell by the edge of the sword, not a man was left. However, Sisera had fled away on foot to the tent of Jael, the wife of Heber the Kenite. For there was peace between Jabin king of Hazor and the house of Heber the Kenite. And Jael went out to meet Sisera, and said to him, Turn aside, my lord, turn aside to me. Do not fear. And when he had turned aside to her into the tent, she covered him with a blanket. Then he said to her, Please give me a little water to drink, for I am thirsty. And she opened a jug of milk, gave him a drink, and covered him. Then he said to her, Stand at the door of the tent, and if any man comes and asks you, saying, Is there any man here? You shall say, No. Then Jael, Heber's wife, took a tent peg and took a hammer in her hand, and went softly to him and drove the peg into his temple, and it went down into the ground. For he was fast asleep and weary, so he died. And behold, as Barak pursued Sisera, Jael came out to meet him and said to him, Come, I will show you the man whom you seek. And when he went into her tent, there lay Sisera, dead with the peg in his temple. So God subdued on that day Jabin king of Canaan before the children of Israel. And the hand of the children of Israel grew heavier and heavier against Jabin king of Canaan, until they had destroyed Jabin king of Canaan. Judges chapter 5, verses 1 to 31. Then Deborah and Barak the son of Abinoam sang on that day, saying, When leaders lead in Israel, when the people willingly offer themselves, bless the Lord. Hear, O kings. Give ear, O princes. I will sing to the Lord. I will sing praise to the Lord God of Israel. Lord, when you went out from Seir, when you marched from the field of Edom, the earth trembled and the heavens poured, the clouds also poured water. The mountains melted from the presence of the Lord, that Sinai from the presence of the Lord God of Israel. In the days of Shamgar, the son of Anath, in the days of Jael, the highways were deserted, and the travelers walked along the byways. Village life ceased, it ceased in Israel, until I, Deborah, arose a mother in Israel. They chose new gods, then there was war in the gates. Not a shield or spear was seen among 40,000 in Israel. My heart is for the governors of Israel, who offered themselves willingly among the people. Bless the Lord. Speak, you who ride on white donkeys, you who sit on rich carpets, and you who walk by the way, far the noise of those who divide spoil for the mother in the camps. Bless the Lord, say wise men, with the instruments of music and the pipe. Awake, awake, Deborah. Awake, awake, sing a song. Arise, Barak, and lead away your captives, O son of Abinoam. Then survivors came down as a prey at the mountain of the Lord, as spoil for the conqueror. The Lord has gone forth from Seir. From Ephraim their route they against Amalek, after you, Benjamin, among your people. From Machir captains came down, and from Zebulun those who bear the recruiter's staff. And the princes of Issachar were with Deborah. As Issachar, so was Barak. He was sent into the valley, for the divisions of Reuben were great resolutions of heart. Why did you sit among the sheepfolds, to hear the piping for the flocks? For the divisions of Reuben were great resolutions of heart. Gilead stayed beyond the Jordan, and why did Dan remain in ships? Asher continued at the seashore, and sat still by his landings. Zebulun is a people who risk their lives to the death, Naphtali also, on the high places of the field. The kings came and fought, then the kings of Canaan fought in Tarnak by the waters of Megiddo. They took no spoils of silver. They fought from the heavens, the stars from their courses fought against Sisera. The river Kishon swept them away, that ancient river, the river Kishon. O my soul, march on in strength. Then the horses' hooves beat loudly, the galloping of his strong stallions. Curse Meroz, said the angel of the Lord, curse its inhabitants bitterly, because they did not come to the help of the Lord against the mighty. Most blessed among women is Jael, the wife of Heber the Kenite. Blessed is she among women in the tent. Water he asked, she gave milk, she brought out cream in a lordly bowl. She put her hand to the tent peg, her right hand to the workman's hammer. She hammered Sisera, she pierced his head, yes, she pierced and struck through his temples. Between her feet he sank, he fell, he lay still between her feet he sank, he fell. Where he sank, there he fell dead. The mother of Sisera looked through the window and cried out through the lattice, Why is his chariot so long in coming? Why do I see the movements of his chariot? The wisest of her ladies answered her, yes. She returned answer to herself. Has anyone ever found anyone in the storehouses? Has anyone ever opened the windows for the windows? They must be dividing the spoil. Sisera, the spoil of colourful garments, a spoil of colourful garments on every shoulder. He plundered colourful garments for himself, a spoil of colourful garments for himself. Thus let all your enemies perish, O Lord, but let those who love him be like the sun when it comes out in full strength. So the land had rest for 40 years.